guys, it's Michelle from Little Mama's House, and I'm here today to do a quick additional tutorial for you. Now, if you remember several months ago, and I'll link the video right about now, I showed you a video of how to remove sticky pockets from Compagnie 23 bag. And so today what I'd like to show you is how to remove the sticky lining in an alternate way to remove the sticky lining from an SLG or any Louis Vuitton item that has this sort of lining. And this is a little bit different from what I showed you last time. The pocket on the last sticky item I had was different material, but the process is similar. And I just actually what I wanted to show you was an alternate way. If you didn't want to go the route of removing the lining with acetone and your lining was really bad, like this little guy, which I picked up for, I think, $40 on eBay. Outside's perfect. A little dark. I haven't hit it with some saddle soap yet, but I will. And he is in great condition, except that the inside is complete junk. So what I wanted to do is quickly show you another way and try to get you a better view on how I will go about removing the lining on this. And I'm going to try to do it a little bit differently than I did it with the acetone last time. Because the acetone could be a little messy, a little stinky, and it takes a long time. It's a lot of effort. So when the pocket is this bad, I'm going to show you something else you can do. So let me show you what I have here. I'm just going to take off my watch. Now, normally, those of you who watch my channel often know that I don't usually wear gloves. Well, when we're removing sticky lining, I wear gloves because it's really gross. It's melty, it's sticky, it's nasty. It gets all over you. So I just have some nitrile gloves. I'm going to slip those on. Obviously, like so. And then I just have two sets of tweezers here. One is a fine pair, and then one is an angled pair. And then I just have like the wrapping that this came in, just because I don't want to put the sticky grossness on my table when it comes out. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get over here and see if I can get you a better view here. I'm going to work my tweezer into where it's peeling and simply just pull it off. And when you have like a big area like that, like what I'm working on now, you can literally just stick your hand in it if you're wearing your gloves and just literally it just comes off. I mean, it's so deteriorated that it sort of comes off a lot easier and with a little bit less mess than when you do the acetone method. And what I generally try to do is peel as much of this gunk out on this kind of pocket as I can. This little makeup bag is great because it can open really wide and I can really get my hands in there. But if you see on my glove here, that's like the garbage that the sticky leaves behind. It's really gross. So you really don't want to be touching that if you can avoid it. It's just nasty and it'll spread everywhere. And if your hand is warm, it'll sort of gunk up on you and not worth the time or effort. So what I'm just going to do is work my way through and peel as much of this lining out as I can with my tools and just with my hand. And then I'll catch back up with you to show you what I do next just to finish the bag off. Alright, so I've been at it for a while, and let me just flip everything back in. And you can pull it inside out when you work on it. That's not going to hurt this type of cosmetic case. The lining will actually almost come all the way out of the bag if you prefer to work on it that way, and sometimes I do. I just pull it however I can so that I can access that part. So here we are. Just get some of this gross lining everywhere, and it'll wipe off with a baby wipe if it gets like on your canvas or anything. Sorry about that. So here we are. I have most of it out, still a little bit left on the pocket, and then the whole inside pocket to do. And then once, if that's the route you choose to go rather than the acetone, once that's done and you've gotten all the sticky, as you can see, I'm just touching this with my bare hand. It's not sticky anymore, but it is pilled. So what you can do is take a fabric shaver, and you can rub your fabric shaver. You can get it at CVS, or it's cheap. And rub your fabric shaver gently across the lining to sort of get rid of all that pilling, and then you'll just have a nice fabric lining. But another option that I'm going to show you today, and because it's how I prefer to do something like this, is going to remove the lining altogether. And when you do that, what you're left with is the inside of the back of the canvas as your lining, and you can paint that, you can seal it, you can do a lot of different things with it. And so that's what I'm going to actually ultimately show you how to do on this. Now, keep in mind, when you do this technique, like I have here, you will lose your date code. When you do what I'm about to show you next, you're going to lose your date code, you're going to lose this pocket, and you're going to lose your heat stamp. I'm not worried about it. I'm not reselling this. I know it's authentic. It's mine. It's not going anywhere except into my bag. So that's not a concern for me. If it is a concern for you, by all means, stop here. But if you don't even want to deal with the sticky, I'm going to show you something else. So what I do is I take a very small manicure set of scissors. And if you look very carefully at the top inside stitching of the case, you'll see that there's very tiny stitches that match the color of this lining. Don't take out the brown stitches on the outside, that holds your zipper rail in. But in here, there's very tiny stitches. So what I do is I take my little scissors and I come carefully in and start working those stitches and snipping them out. And once you get going on it, it'll move along a little bit faster. A seam ripper also would work great for this. I just don't happen to have one with me right now. But what you want to do is you want to start pulling those stitches out. And as you do, the lining will release from the canvas. So let me work on a few stitches and then I'll show you. As I work around, there's the lining here, this piece, and this is the backing. And you can leave that if you really want to. I just take it out as well. And then here is the back of your monogram canvas. Okay, so I'm just going to work my way around, and this whole thing is just going to, as you can see, it's going to come out. You just have to cut that lining, and then we'll go back and clean it up a little bit. you. Here's the sticky lining, all gone. Okay. If you really want, you could take out the stitching from around your heat stamp and use some E3000 and glue it in there. If you really wanted to, you could. But here's what it looks like now, basically unlined. Sorry, just a little debris in there. There we go. It's like a plain sort of canvas. It is literally the back of your monogram canvas interior, and you can just leave it like that. In fact, I do leave it like that. I don't need it to look decorative inside. It holds like extra crap in my purse, and it's just perfect like this. But if you so desired, what you could do is go in and paint it. You can pretty much do anything to it and sort of spruce it up a little bit, if you will. And again, that's totally your preference to do that. But what I do want to do is go in, and if you look around the edges, there's this little bit of tacky tape, which was used to help hold this lining in place, plus some of the stitches. So first, what I do is I go back through. I'm going to clean up my tweezers, go back through with my tweezers, and just pull out any little loose threads, and then I take a little bit of Glue Gone and remove that little bit of residue there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do both of those things. They're really self-explanatory, so don't cut yourself like me. And then I'll show you the finished result. All right, guys, that is it. We are done. So as you can see, we are left with a beautiful, clean little makeup pouch, perfectly usable. I have to let that dry just a bit because I used that alcohol to get the rest of that little sticky bit of glue off, but there it is, all zipped up. And now all I have left to do to finish it is to clean up my brass and to give a little saddle soap wash to those edges, and then it's going to be ready to go right into my purse and to hold my car charger for my phone and some extra headphones and such like that. So there you have it, an extra way, 2 extra ways really, to deal with the sticky lining on the inside of an SLG. Please make sure that you subscribe so that you can pick up some more tips and tricks along the way. I have a couple new items coming in, as well as all the things I need to do my little vernice piece for you. And that should be coming soon, so make sure you subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye!